Hey guys, so it's been a couple of weeks since I've been back from Japan. I have all these things just on my desk, unopened, waiting to be used because I wanted to share with you guys. So let's talk about them. My husband and I spent 2 weeks in Japan. We were in Kyoto for the first half and then in Osaka for the second. Got to experience lots of things, and we also bought lots of things. So I kind of have some categories of items that I'm gonna go through today that I think you guys will be interested in. So let's start with my favorite category of them all, stationery. So the first day we were in Kyoto, we dropped our bags off at the hotel, went to have lunch, and the very first shop that I went to was Traveler's Factory. When I was in Tokyo a few years back, I actually didn't go to the Traveler's Factory store there. I only saw the one at the airport and I grabbed some stuff. But this time I went to the Traveler's Factory Kyoto store. It was such a beautiful store and they had so many items. And honestly, I don't think the notebooks from Traveler's Factory are very expensive. And so I was so tempted by so many items. They had these gorgeous Kyoto exclusive notebooks, but they were only in the full size, the long sizes. And I thought about it really hard. I don't really think I have a use for that size notebook. I feel like I'll grab the smaller size notebooks more and use them more, so I resisted. So these are what I got. I got 2 short trip refills. The short trip refills have half the number of pages that the normal notebooks have. So this is 32 pages, whereas a normal notebook has 64. I'm honestly not very good at finishing notebooks, and so I figured one that has less pages would be better and more motivating. I also bought these from Narita Airport a few years back, and so on this trip I actually used one of them for collecting stamps and some stickers. I think it worked perfect for me. I was a bit worried that it would be too small for the stamps, but I didn't really come across many stamps that were a lot larger, so the largest one would have to be the Jump Shop one. So honestly, the size of the notebook is pretty good for collecting stamps if that's what you want to do on your trip. I also got 2 accordion fold notebooks. So they basically fold open. The accordion pages is like one long page. I thought it would be nice for example making a card. No, instead of like on many cards, they have like one little notebook with everyone's writing inside. I have no occasion to use it yet. One day it will be used. I bought 2 just in case. I also bought that grid notebook. I really love the green on this, and this is 64 pages. I just thought it would be nice to kind of have this on the go for when I want to sketch out any modular designs for Lego printmaking or Pixel. This one has 64 pages again. I don't know if I'll finish it. Yeah, I really like the color as well, so this is a no-brainer for me. The last thing I got was this refill binder. So this is kind of interesting. It's a little like hard folder with these wires inside, and what you're supposed to do is that when you are done with your notebook and you want to keep them somewhere and you want to keep them together, you're gonna just take it and put it through the wire. There you go. So that's 1 notebook in the binder. You can put another form, so 5 notebooks all together. I thought it would be cute if I put all my trips back to back. That's the idea. Since we're on this topic, let me show you the ones I got in Tokyo that I have not used. Also in the smaller size, which I just noticed is called the passport size. I got the watercolor notebook. It's blank and perforated, so you can tear it out. It definitely feels thicker, and there are only 20 pages of this. Really cute if you like want to do watercolor paintings on the go. That's not me. I aspire to be that one day. And then I also got the sticker release paper. This is kind of just like a sticker book, right? That you can put stickers in and remove them and it won't be damaged. When I bought this, I had actually been looking for a nice sticker book. I remember having sticker books when I was younger and it was so cheap and so accessible, but I just couldn't find any anywhere. Why? Do people not use these anymore? Well, I bought one, but I haven't used it. So maybe that's why. So I think if you are a Traveler's Factory fan, you'll know that at all their stores, they have stamp stations, and the Kyoto one had so many stamps, but I didn't want to fill it up all with just Traveler's Factory stamps. So I kind of stuck to the Kyoto related ones, which I thought were so cute, but there were so many more. I think I could fill a whole notebook just with stamps in that store. Okay, next up. we have the laconic notebooks. Honestly, I don't know if I'm saying the brand name right. I can't remember if I found these in Loft or Hands. They might both carry it. So this notebook system has about 10 different types of notebooks. They serve all like different purposes. There's apparently 4 different planner formats, 4 productivity formats. There's a notebook that's just like an endless to-do list. There's also some other interesting formats. Yeah, and I think you're supposed to like pick and choose and then put them together. I read online that they have a cover that allows you to put 2 notebooks together. So the first one I got is called the Daily. So it's open dated, so you can just put the date and year there, and then it has a short little to-do list followed by kind of like an hourly schedule for you to kind of plan out your day. I recently tried to do like more time blocking so that I know where my time was going. So when I was looking at notebooks, I almost bought a Hobonichi Tekko. I hope I'm saying that right. Basically, that also has kind of the hourly timestamps. So a couple of things about that one. The ones that I found, they were dated. Every day it's a page. 2, I found the layout was kind of busy because at the bottom they have like a Japanese quote for each day. I don't understand Japanese. I don't read Japanese. So that felt like it took a lot of space. I really almost bought it. I put it in my basket and then I went around looking and I found this, which I was really excited about because I actually really like notebooks that are thinner, lighter, smaller, more easy to carry around. Yeah, the layout is really clean. Like the Hobonichi Tekko, it's also grid, which I also like because then I can also sketch some designs on here if needed. Being undated, I can skip days if I'm not feeling very productive or like I don't plan to work that day. Yeah, I really like this layout. The other one I got is called the 100 Days. So it kind of has like a countdown on the top. Then you can also write the date, the title, and then there's a little like grid area for you to do whatever you want to do for 100 days, right? I want to use this for like daily sketching practice. So those were the 2 that I picked out, and I actually bought 2 of each, so it's also not too intimidating because it's not that thick. It's not expensive either. This is like almost the same cost as the Traveler's Factory notebook. Next, we have washi tape. I saw so many nice designs for washi tapes when I was there, but honestly, I have a lot of washi tape myself, and I realized that the pattern ones are the ones I find the hardest to use. So I bought them in these 4 solid colors that I really like. Then I also found these color block ones, which I really like as well, and I think I will use in packaging, even though I find it so precious. Compared to my older rolls of washi tape, they seem to be shorter. I think they say they're 7 meters long. I feel like the empty washi tapes I bought maybe like 10 years ago were longer. I want to say 15 meters. I'm not sure. Did it change? Honestly, these were about like 198 yen, which is very, very affordable. It's fine that it's shorter because then you can buy more colors or buy more types, and that's kind of the point, right? Whoever buys 1 roll of washi? Nobody. You have to own like 10, 20, 30 of them. So maybe shorter is good. As long as it's cheaper, I think that's kind of a fair trade-off. Okay, now that we've talked about washi tape, we need to talk about one of the major adventures I had when I was in Japan. Washi tape cutters. One of my goals this trip was to get myself a Kirito ring. It's a wearable washi tape cutter that looks like a bird. I'm gonna show it to you, okay? But basically, let me tell you the story first. When I was in Kyoto, I went into this little stationery shop and I found a Kirito ring. It was the first time I saw it and it was pink. I don't really like pink. So I thought I'm probably going to be able to find this thing in another store in a better color. This was early on in my trip, right? But when I actually started looking around, my goodness, it was so hard to find. I went into like 7 more art or stationery shops and none of them had it, and I was so surprised because let me tell you why. In 2024, it won the Grand Award at, I don't want to mess this up, so hold on, at the Bungu Joshi Stationery Expo. It's basically a huge event for stationery and journal planner enthusiasts across Japan. And at this event, the awards are based on votes or by participants of the event. So it really shows like what people or consumers are interested in. And this won the Grand Award last year. So I figured it must be quite popular, right? Now that I think about it, maybe like it was so popular that they were sold out. It wasn't just that. When I asked the people at the stores, they didn't even know what this was. So I was kind of confused. Only on my second last day, I Googled and I put a few more art stores onto the list, and my husband was like, the trip is ending, why are you adding more places to go? I finally found it in the stationery section of Maruzen Takashimaya, Osaka. I almost cried. I thought I was going home without a Kirito ring, but I got it. I bought two. There were only 3 on the shelf. I bought 2. I left 1 for somebody else who might be looking for it. The Kirito ring is great. So when you put it on your thumb, you're literally just setting it down onto the roll like this to tear the tape, and you can lift it back up really easily. It doesn't drop even, see? In the process of looking for this Kirito ring, I actually bought a few other types of washi tape cutters along the way. So the first one that I got was one that I saw in a few different stores. It's called the Ribbon Bond by Kutsuwa. This one comes in 3 different cutting shapes. There's the ribbon shape, and then the jagged edge, and also one that allows you to cut the washi into half strips. I like the idea of that. This one won the Grand Award at the same Stationery Expo in 2022, and they have it in like other cute shapes too. There was one that could cut like cat ears and stuff. So I like the shapes, and it works perfectly fine. What I don't like about it is that there are these little edges that hook onto the roll of the washi tape, but that makes it a little bit hard to take out. So I would feel that if it's something that you're gonna leave on that specific roll of washi, like that's great. If you are gonna like keep taking it out, it's not so great. I wouldn't recommend this one. I also bought one other type. It's the Karu Cut Clip by Kokuyo. It's a little clip. It has a little metal edge to tear the washi, and the clip holds onto the roll. So with this one, what I like is that it's clip and go, and you can change it out anytime to any roll. They have it in 2 sizes, for the regular washi and this one for the bigger washi rolls. I bought the bigger one because I thought it would fit my bigger washi, but I realized that my bigger or thicker washi tapes are actually 30 millimeters, whereas this one goes from 20 to 25. You can still cut the bigger washi tapes with this. It's just not all the way to the end. It's not perfect, but it works. And if you're wondering if you can use the bigger one for smaller rolls as well, you can. If you want to just get one, you could get this. Between this Karu Cut Clip and the Kirito ring, I like the Kirito ring more. I would say they actually all work really well into cutting washi tape. It really depends on your preferred workflow. Like maybe you don't want to wear this on your thumb, or maybe if you want to leave this on the same roll all the time, then this will work for you as well. Yeah, now I have like so many washi tape cutters. That just means I have to use the washi tape. Now we're going on to ink pads. I knew ink pads were something I was gonna buy in Japan because it's actually not that easy to find the ones that I want in Singapore. The Pixel Press kit comes with Versacolor, which I really like for the Pixel Press. I couldn't find any in Japan and even in Singapore, but I did find VersaMagic. This is a chalk ink pad, and I already do like using it with my Pixel kit. I just have a few colors that I bought secondhand. So I bought like 9 new colors. And it was really funny because I think I bought like three in different stores. I was like, oh, I just need this 3, and then I bought another 3, and I bought another 3. That's how I ended up with so many, and it still doesn't feel enough. I shouldn't have bought 1 color each. I should have bought like multiple, but it's okay. I also bought VersaCraft. It's a water-based pigment ink that is supposed to be used for non-paper surfaces, although it works well on paper as well. Because I kind of want to try using the Pixel kit on fabrics and other materials, and so I bought like just 6 colors to test it out. And then I bought these, the VersaCraft 4-in-1 Soramame. I saw people using this on Instagram and I was like, what is that finger ink pad thing? Sometimes when I'm doing Pixel Press, the pieces are so small and I just want like one piece to be a different color, but it's so hard to stamp the stamp pad just on that one piece. They're thumb size ink pads, so basically you stick your finger in and like you use them like this. There were a whole bunch of like different color sets available, but I tried to have some that's not self-restrained. Each one is about, I think, 700 yen or more, so not that cheap. I bought 3, and now that I've told you guys about it, I can open it. Yes! Since we're talking about ink pads, let me show you a stamp that I bought. So this is the Pyokori stamp set from Sunstar. When I saw this one, I was like, oh, that's so cute. It's a set of 3 different stamps. The whole series features different animals. Basically, it's a stamp set for people who do journal entries or diary entries that have those little like calendar boxes. We made a line on this stamp set to show you where to line up the stamp with the line of those boxes so that your character is picking out at the right spot. I think that's genius. This won the Stamp Award at the 2025 Japanese Stationery Store Awards. It recognizes the most popular and innovative stationery products from the previous year. It's voted by
stationery store owners, staff, stationery influencers, media people, and enthusiasts.
So apparently it's quite well regarded, pretty well deserved, I think. Very cute. And the reason I bought this is because my upcoming collection, I'm not sure if it's launched already when this video is up, features rabbits, and I'm very excited to stamp this all over orders and stuff. Next up, we have this general purpose case by High Tide. This one's an A6. It's a little pocket. Inside it has 2 card slots, and the back also has a pocket that is supported by a little hard plastic. When I go on trips, I usually bring along a A5 zip folder with my passports and all the documents inside. And for this trip, I just really wanted something smaller to carry just my passport. So I bought this to use, and looking at it now, it's already dirty, but very cute. And I could bring my traveler's notebooks in this, in yellow too. Okay, some more random stationery. We have glue. It's a glue stick that is a square. The idea of this is that you get to stick edges of papers without that annoying thing where you're taking a round glue stick and going like this one goes like, corner to corner. Oh, and the one that I bought, basically it goes on blue and dries clear, so you can see exactly where you've used the glue on, which I think is genius. I also bought a metal clip, either from Loft or Hands, just to hold my notebooks open. Thinking about it now, there were some other better designed ones, but this will do for now. I bought a mini menu board from Daiso. Did you know that Daiso is only 100 yen? In Singapore, Daiso is like now more than $2. Apparently, I can write on with a whiteboard marker and clean off. Thought that was pretty cute. Can use it at like events on my booth table and all that. I also bought some display wooden stands. So I have these roundish ones where you can just put the card in. This one is from Syria, which is also another 100 yen store in Japan. Later on in the trip, I found these flat ones from a store that sells retail display items, and I like these ones better because one, they're smaller, more compact, and also they're at an angle so the cards slant facing up, which is kind of nice. I also bought some bamboo barons. This is not unfamiliar to you guys see me use this for Lego printmaking. I wasn't on the lookout for it actually because I already have quite a bit. They are so cheap. This one is 209 yen. In Singapore now, it's more than $4, the cheapest ones. So I bought 3 just to have them on the hand because these do break. The bamboo does break over time with a lot of force or like not enough care. And the last stationery item I have are these cute cat envelopes. They're basically to put money in for occasions like Chinese New Year, for wedding, someone's birthday. I ran out of a lot of cute envelopes this Chinese New Year, so when I saw these, I was like, yes, gotta get that. Someone's gonna get some cute cat envelopes next year. And with that, we're gonna move on to the home items. First up, we have the Haru Peggy. So it has this pegboard style door, and you open it, there's a little bit of storage space in it. And this is magnetic strips at the back, so you can put this onto your fridge, or for us, we're gonna put it on our magnetic storeroom door. It comes with hooks as well, so you can hook and hang things on it. This is the small size. They actually have bigger sizes as well. If I'm not wrong, this series also has like different accessories, kind of like the IKEA SCADAs one. But yeah, it comes with hooks already, so you can just stick with that. We found this at the same place, which I'm hoping is Loft. This is a bird's nest rubber band holder by Bite. So I found out that this cute bird is called a Japanese long-tailed tit. It's found particularly in Hokkaido and is called the snow fairy. I googled it, and this bird is so darn cute. I mean, look at the head tilt. It's the same. It's the same as this one. I think they just added this into their collection this year. I'm glad I caught this. It was a little bit expensive, but we were looking for a place to put our rubber bands, and so this is gonna go onto our fridge. Next, we have some goodies from Universal Studios Japan. We actually didn't buy much, but both of the items that I got were from Hogsmeade in the Harry Potter area. I have been to Hogsmeade now 3 times in the last 3 years. First Orlando, then LA, and this time Japan. So I thought I had seen like basically all the merch, right, that came out in the last 3 years. I bought an owl last year, which was really cool. But I forgot that Japan and all its theme parks do one thing better than every other theme park in the world, and that is collectible containers. If you've been to a theme park like Universal Studios or Disneyland in Japan, you'll know what I'm talking about. They have all these containers, whether it's tins or themed containers. They basically store the most basic sweets and snacks, but the tins are so beautiful that you're really not paying for the food that's in it. So I saw this one. This is the Harry Potter trunk cookie case, and it's like a mini luggage. It's so adorable. The detail of the Hogwarts emblem is really nice, but inside is really just like butter cookies, really basic butter cookies. Who is buying this for the cookies, right? I mean, it was 4,000 yen, which is definitely on the expensive side, but it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Look at the back. Even the back is really nice. For the other thing that I got at USJ, I got these chocolate frog magnets. I've never come across these in US parks, and I thought they would make such cute detail on our magnetic storm door. Also a little expensive, but what in a theme park isn't, right? I would say the next group of things were the heaviest things in our luggage, and that's all the ceramics that we bought in Japan. We bought 6 cups for a household of 2. The first one is this pixel mug that I bought from Beams. It's by a cross-stitch and pixel art designer named Makoto Uzu. There were a few different designs available, but I didn't pick the Kyoto one just because I like the color of this Mount Fuji one more. And I love this wheel that they have because it's very similar to the wheel that I use in my Lego reference sheet. When you touch this mug, it really feels like a tiled wall. I read that it was inspired by like the tiled walls of bathhouses in Japan, and the texture experience-wise is really nice as well. And then other cups, we spent a few days in this little onsen town called Kinosaki Onsen, and we stayed at the Mikiya Ryokan. I won't get into it, but that ryokan is lovely. They had a little corner where they sold like some local things, and that included some ceramics as well. And so we picked up 2 cups from there. This gorgeous one. It's a really nice shape and also color. I call this the chocolate sundae cup because it really looks like a McDonald's chocolate sundae melted with all the chocolate syrup. And we also picked up this yellow one. It has a really unique color. There were a few other more typical ones, but my husband was like, this one is really unique. So we got those 2 from Ikea, and then we chanced upon the next 2 cups at an interior decor store called Enen or Enen. They're these really nice mugs with like handles from the top to the bottom, short ones as well, and we got them in 2 colors. And then this last cup, we got it at a shopping street that I'll mention later, but it has a matte finish on the outside, but a nice turquoise gloss on the inside, which is really beautiful. Following the cups, we got ourselves a sake set. We had attended a sake tasting workshop this trip, where they taught us how to read the labels and also how to appreciate like different types of sake. And so sake was quite a highlight for us. It was really fun to go around and try to decipher what the labels were saying and what we could expect from each sake bottle. And so my husband wanted to get a sake set. I think his original idea may have been to get like a nice ceramic sake set, but we saw this one and it was so funny we couldn't pass it up. So we got actually a Godzilla sake set. This is from the Godzilla store in Osaka. It's basically a whole store dedicated to Godzilla merch. They all just look so cute with like the Japanese design elements and even having Mount Fuji. Really cute and funny, and so we decided to get it. And so we have now a Godzilla sake set. Finally, the heaviest things were plates. I'm gonna butcher this again. We got them from the Senichime Doguyasuji shopping street. It's a shopping street for cookware. It's a place where apparently newlyweds and also restaurant owners go to buy cookware. I had gone for a little art workshop and my husband went to explore the street on his own, and he said like this was one of the highlights of his trip. We ended up buying 4 large plates and 2 like kind of medium-sized ones. This shopping street had lots going on. A lot of the items are actually only just for display, in the sense that if you were a restaurant and you wanted to order it, this would be the chance to like take a look at it and then tell the owner you want 20 and they can deliver it at a later date, or they can have it made. So there were quite a few pieces that we picked up that we were not able to purchase on the spot. But yeah, we got these few, and I wouldn't say that they were cheap. They still felt a little pricey to me, but I guess maybe I don't really know the price of pottery. And now let's go on to the next category, gacha. So one of the activities that I was most excited to do this trip was to spin some gacha. I had the gacha itch. I had been watching people spin gacha on Instagram for like months leading up to this trip. I was honestly quite disappointed with the selection they had when I went there. I could go into stores with like hundreds of machines and come up with nothing. I didn't want just figurines, which like 90% of the gacha toys are, and they're kind of random if I collect like different types. And they're also kind of useless in the sense that they don't do anything, says the woman who has tons of display only items on her shelves. But hey, I have to limit myself somewhere, and that was my limit. I honestly just wanted to expand my collection of mini vending machines, like this one that I got on my previous trip. I really regret it because I only spun for one, but this series also had a ramen vending machine, a book vending machine. It was really interesting. And so I just wanted more of those, but like nobody released vending machine gachas when I was there. And so I found none, which I was very, very sad about. I'm gonna take you through the ones I did end up spinning out of desperation and sadness. And let's start with the first one. So at this point, I had been to many gacha stores and I found zero, zilch, nothing. And I was really desperate to spin something. I figured this was cute enough. I really, really wanted the onigiri, but you know, I got the star. It's okay, it's really cute too. And I was going to spin again so that I can at least put two together. But then when I opened and felt it, I didn't really like how light the material was. So it looks like wood, does not feel like wood at all. It definitely feels very, very plasticky. It doesn't have any weight to it. And so that's why we only have the one. Next, I spun for these mini kalimbas. So I have a kalimba. I'm not good at it. I had a face. Here's a snippet of it. I feel like the kalimba was a really useful instrument to entertain like babies when they would just sit on your lap and watch as you play it, because the sound is so soothing, right? So when I saw these mini ones, I knew I had to get them. So I got this rose one first.
Please don't let it be the pink one.
Hideous. I hate it so much. I was like, I need to spin for another one.
What if it's the same one? I will cry. Yes, it's not pink.
And got this like wood looking one, although the wood's really just at the back. This is more like plastic. It came all out of tune, so I used my own tuning hammer to tune it. It also came with sheet music, and here's the song. Okay, next we have Kelpie chips. We got this for fun, honestly. It was just gonna be like a let's let the machine decide what chips we're gonna buy at the mini mart. So our impression from the machine was that when you open this bag, it pops up and the chips will fly out. When I fixed it up, it didn't really seem to work. And then after some Google translating, I realized that it was a game. So it pops out at random and you're supposed to pass it between the players until it pops. So it's a little tiny game on a keychain. Plus points. Next we have a retro cassette recorder. So let's see if this works. There's a music button here, so we're going to test it first. I think I know this song. I feel like I know that song too. All familiar songs. I will Shazam them and put them on screen later for you. Now I'm gonna try and record it and cross my fingers and hope that I can record over that later on. What should I say? What should I say? What should I say? You've got a friend in me. That worked pretty well. Now let me see if I can record over that. And as the years go by, it works. It can be recorded over. It plays some Chinese songs that I find familiar. That's a 10 out of 10. Next is one we got at the Nintendo store. They have these cute gacha machines of old controller parts. And we got the AB buttons of the old NES controller, which was the one we wanted because the others were not as nice. My husband just made one spin, so he used all his gacha luck to get this. No idea what we'll do with it, it's just a really cute souvenir. Then I also got this mini gacha dude. You just remove the top, put the balls in, and when you spin the knob, the little balls actually do come out. They were all the same and all cute, and I just wanted the yellow one and I got it. Next is a really cool one that I've never seen before. It's a flat gacha from the Bandai store, and this one is a gacha machine made of cardboard, and you're supposed to build the gacha machine yourself. I wanted to get another one, but when I went to put in my coin, it said it was sold out.
Last one. Couldn't even get a second one.
And I never saw this machine again in any of the other stores. I'm not even sure how big this is going to be. But yeah, it's going to be so fun to build this. The next one I have is this Detective Conan themed washi tape. So at Kura Sushi, which is this like conveyor belt sushi place in Japan, it's all over Japan. When you return your empty plates into this little slot, after 5 plates, you get a chance to play this game. It's not really a game, they show you basically a short video clip that tells you whether you won or not, and this little gacha ball, if you won, this little gacha ball gets released from a container above your table. They were having this Detective Conan collaboration, and so I got the washi tape. But I do not watch Detective Conan, and so I was really sad about this because I have no idea what to do with this tape. I honestly would very much rather some Kura Sushi merch. Okay, now, pins. If you don't know this about me, I love pins. In my last trip to Tokyo, I found on the last day of my trip a pin gacha machine. It was so cute. It was all these like underwater creatures. I rode the heck out of that one, especially because it was the last day and I had like lots of coins left over. I didn't see any similar pin machines this time, but I found a few. So I found these Buzz Lightyear pins, the Lightyear movie. The first one that I got was this Ivan pin, or IVAN, which stands for Internal Voice Activated Navigator. And I was like, this is not iconic enough for me. I really wanted the emblem that Buzz has on his chest, or even the SR emblem that he has on his arm, but this was a close second. This is the Star Command insignia that's actually on his right arm. At the very end of the movie, it gets replaced with the laser button that you see on Buzz in the Toy Story movies. That's why this might not seem very familiar. I actually rewatched the movie to go and find out where this came from. Next, we have a Kyoto Sanrio pin. This was the first pin machine I saw on the trip in Kyoto, and although I don't really like fancy Sanrio that much, I thought it was really cute that they had these like region-specific pins that made like really nice souvenirs. I really only wanted this one design. I felt like I had used all my gacha luck to get this one, which I probably did because this was not the case when I went to Osaka. I found a store that had Osaka themed pins. There was also Sanrio, but I decided to spin the Sumiko Kurashi pins. I truly only wanted the snow globe Osaka food pin, or even the green one that shows the okonomiyaki. But I spun it 6 times.
This one. It's the same one. Okay, it's a different one. But it's not, it's Sukan Kaku.
Is it the same one?
Ah, it's something new, but I didn't want this. Oh, it's something new.
I got the Dotonbori pin 3 times. And after spending 1,800 yen, I was like, that's enough. But the Dotonbori pin is like pretty nice. But I have 3 of them and I don't need 3 of them. I bought some magnetic backing so that I can change these pins into magnets and add them to my storm door. This brings me to the next bunch of things, which is actually just random stuff. I actually bought pins that I wanted. I picked out these from the Studio Ghibli store, one of the Suit Sprites and one of Gigi. They were also really cute Totoro ones, but I had some self-control. So if you saw my Instagram stories from when I was on the trip, I got a chance to see this artist that was in a little cafe on Ninanzaka. His name was Teppei Kawamura, and he creates ukiyo-e, which is Japanese traditional woodblock prints. When I was there, he had just finished printing a layer of his latest batch of prints, and each print has so many woodblock layers. I got this print from him that features the Togetsukyo Bridge in Arashiyama. We had a little chat and I got to share with him my Lego prints as well, which is a little embarrassing, but he was so nice about it. When I was in Kyoto, I kept walking past this bakery in the neighborhood of my hotel and had such cute graphics on their window and on their signage. So I decided to go when it was open to see if they have any merch there, and they did. So I got this tote bag and it's so adorable. Pink is not really my color, but they only had it in one colorway and I just thought it was too adorable to say no to. It was also a little expensive, but I felt very inspired by her, so I don't have any regrets. They also have this character on their name card. Honestly, I didn't even buy any food or drink or bread from this place. I only went there for the merch. But I love good graphics and merch at F&B places. I think it's so unnecessary, which makes it so cool as well that they even put in effort to do it. Let me take you guys through the stems and stickers that I collected on the trip. So these are the ones that I got from the Kyoto Travelers Factory. As mentioned, I only focus on the Kyoto ones. Here are some stickers. I got this from a Gyukatsu store. It was our first dinner and it was really good. This is from Beans, which is where I got the Pixel Cup from. This is from Mel Coffee. It's a coffee place my husband visited later on in Osaka. It's a little hard to see, but this is a stamp from Kiddieland. They were having some celebration. These are some Kyoto stamps. I think this is from Kyoto Station and this is from Fushimi Inari. We actually did not ascend the gates, but we saw it and then we turned around to escape the crowds. And then I have a few here that are all from this little onsen town called Kinosaki Onsen. So these are the stamps in front of each onsen. There were 6 onsens open when we were there, but we only visited, I think, 3. This is the stamp that they had at the train station. So apparently a famous Japanese writer wrote a short story on his stay called At Kinosaki, and he stayed at the Mikiya while he wrote it. This one was from the Amanohashidate Kasamatsu Park. Amanohashidate is a sandbar that is like a bridge between 2 sides of Miyazu Bay in northern Tokyo. Supposedly, if you look upside down from the vantage point, the dragon seems to be rising to heaven.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say.
These are stamps from Ine, which is a traditional fishing village near Amanohashidate. And in this little bay surrounding the coast are more than 200 boat houses called funaya. They kind of serve as like garages for boats. Now some of them have like converted into cafes and stuff. So we got to visit one of them and we sat right at the water. This little one from the first few pages is of a funaya from Ine. I think these are from the number train station in Osaka, but I'm really sad that this Dotonbori stamp didn't turn out so well. This huge one's from the jam shop at Shinsaibashi. It has one-piece characters, but I didn't stamp it too well and a law space doesn't exist. And this one is from USJ. So at guest services, you can ask for a stamp and they're super enthusiastic about it. The stamp will get a grand entrance on a red pillow and the staff there get really excited. It seems they rotate between stamps. I got the Jaws one. Even if you don't have a boat, they provide paper for you to stamp on. So definitely do it. The staff also gave us some stickers for the Easter celebration, which was happening when we were there. This one's from Universal City Station. This one is from Nishikujo Station and I think it's so pretty. I love the way the cherry blossoms and the flowers are surrounding the train. I think this is gonna be one of my favorite ones. And then these ones are just some like random stamps I got at different train stations. You can get these stamps at the tourist information centers at Namba, Umeda, and Shinosaka, but I didn't manage to get the Shinosaka one. But I love the graphics and the details that they put into each of these stamps. These are gonna be my favorite ones. That's it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thanks for watching all the way. It was a long one. I'm so excited to be done with the video. I can finally use all the stuff that I bought. But yeah, I hope that was fun for you and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!